Hello friends, welcome to my channel Plant Pathology Pathsala. I am Jumishri Meher, PhD scholar from Banaras Hindu University. So this is the 11th part and we are discussing the most frequently asked plant pathology question in ICAR JRF, SRF, ASRB NET, BHU PD and RET and other pre-PG exams. So if you want to see the previous 10 parts, please go to the description section. Link is given there, or you may click on the I button to get the playlist. So see this video till the end and don't forget to subscribe my channel. So without delay, let's start the video. First question is, vascular inhabiting bacteria moves from one vessel to another and to adjacent parenchyma cells through. So the answer is B, xylem pits. So through the xylem pits, the vascular inhabiting bacteria moves from one vessel to another or to the adjacent parenchymatous cell. The xylem pits are pore-like structure present in xylem. Bacteria generally lacks a mechanical structure to get entered into its host cell. Therefore, the bacteria generally enters into its host through the wound or by the natural openings. Okay. Next question is, blister rust on pine tree is caused by. So the answer is Cronarzium ribicola. This is also known as pine blister rust or white pine blister rust. Okay. This is a rust disease occur in pine. This is a Basidiomycetes fungus that is causing the rust disease. Next question is, which statement is true about respiration in infected plant? So the answer is A. The respiration in plant generally affected by the infection of a pathogen. The effect on the respiration on plants depend on its genetic constitution, that is whether that variety is a resistant one or a susceptible one. So in two manner it will be affected. First, in case of resistant variety, the respiration increase more rapidly, whereas in case of susceptible variety, the respiration increase slowly. Okay, then after some time it increase rapidly. Okay, why this respiration increase more rapidly in resistant variety? Because in resistant variety, the after the infection of a pathogen or after invasion of a pathogen, the plant produce different defense molecules. Okay, different type of molecules are produced. For that it needs the ATP. Okay, so ATP is invested on that. That's why the respiration increase more rapidly. In contrast to this, in susceptible varieties, there will be no production of any type of defense molecules. That's why the respiration will increase slowly. Okay, this is the difference in susceptible and the resistant variety in the respiration. Okay, next question is, dwarf bunt of wheat is caused by. So the answer is C. Tilacia controversa. This is a Basidiomycetes fungus that is causing the dwarf bunt of wheat. Here the kernel are converted into small burnt balls which is filled with dark brown spores and that will also contain the characteristic fishy odor. Okay. Then why it is called as dwarf bunt? Because the plant becomes stunted and bushy in appearance. That's why this disease is called as dwarf bunt of wheat. Next question is, olive nut and oleander gall are caused by. So the answer is Pseudomonas savastoni. This is the Pseudomonas syringae pathover savastoni. This pathogen produces knot and galls-like structure. This is a gram-negative bacteria that is causing the knot and gall-like structure in olive and oleander plant. This is a very important disease of these plants. Okay. Next question is, pathogen under a single species may be grouped based on its host. That group is called. So the answer is special form. So special forms are a group under a single species which is affecting or infecting a single crop plant or single host. Okay. In case of fungus, this type of group are called as special forms, whereas in case of bacteria, this type of groups are called as pathover. Okay. Then under this special forms, races are there. Races means a group of pathogen under a single species or a single special form which is affecting a single variety. So on the basis of variety, it is known as the race. Then under the race, isolates are there. Then under isolate, biotypes are there. Biotypes are the asexual progeny. Okay. Next question is, tolerance to disease is also known as. So the answer is C, apparent resistance. Tolerance to disease is not because of any type of gene. So this is not a complete resistance. Okay. That's why known as apparent resistance. Tolerance and escape to disease is known as apparent resistance. Next question is, partial resistance is controlled by. So the answer is by several genes. Partial genes resistance means this is the polygenic resistance. So it is controlled by several genes as it is imparting resistance toward many races of a pathogen. Next question is, horizontal resistance is also known as. So the answer is all of this. So horizontal resistance is also known as partial resistance, then durable resistance or non-specific resistance. This is also known as polygenic resistance. Okay, these are other names of the polygenic or horizontal resistance. Next question is, which statement is true about partial resistance? So the answer is C, both. So partial resistance does not protect the plant from infection by the pathogen, and the partial resistance slow down the spread of infection. So mode of action of partial resistance is slow down the spread of infection. Here it does not contain any specific gene for that isolate or for that race, as in the complete resistance or in the vertical resistance, that is by the monogenes, a single gene, that is monogenic resistance also. Okay. Here in partial resistance or horizontal resistance, polygenes are involved that do not impart any specific resistance or complete resistance against any type of race. Okay. Next question is, vertical resistance is also known as. So the answer is all of this. Vertical resistance is also known as monogenic resistance because this resistance is controlled by a single gene. Then it is R gene resistance because it is controlled by a single resistance gene or R gene. Then it is known as race specific resistance because it imposes resistance against a single race or single specific race. That's why it is known as race specific resistance. This is just opposite of the horizontal resistance, that is the polygenic resistance. Okay, because that will be imparted by the more than one genes or polygenes. Next question is, genes imparting resistance to southern corn blight is present in. So the answer is cytoplasm. The genetic material or the DNA in plant cell generally present in cytoplasm or in the nucleus. In cytoplasm, it may be present in the mitochondria or the chloroplast. So, the gene imparting the resistance to southern corn blight generally present in the cytoplasm, that is in the mitochondrial DNA. Okay. Next question is, gene imparting resistance to yellow leaf blight caused by Phyllostickta maris is present in. So the answer is cytoplasm. So gene imparting southern corn blight and gene imparting yellow leaf blight is present in the cytoplasm. Okay. So these are the cytoplasmic genes imparting disease resistance. Next question is, gene imparting resistance to leaf rust of wheat caused by Puccinia recondita is present in. So the answer is nucleus. So nuclear genes are involved in the resistance of leaf rust of wheat. Next question is, the pathogen gene which is thought to be recognized by resistant gene is. So the answer is A virulence gene. I have made a separate video on how this resistance gene recognize the pathogen product, how the pathogen activates its defense molecular defense system. Everything I have discussed. I will give the link in the description section, or you may click on the I button also. Okay. So the avirulence genes are the genes, or avirulence protein are the protein which will be recognized by the resistance gene or resistant protein, and thereby the plant will activate its defense system. Next question is, windy yellow vein clearing disease is transmitted by. So the answer is Bembesia tabaci. This is a white fly which is transmitting this disease. Windy yellow vein clearing disease. This is caused by a virus, windy yellow vein clearing virus. So this virus is transmitted by the white fly Vimisia tabaci. Next question is, for infection of apple scab pathogen, at least how many hours of continuous leaf wetting is required? So the answer is B, 9 hour. So 9 hour of continuous leaf wetting is must for the infection of apple scab, that is the Venturinia inaqualis. Okay, this is the pathogen which is causing the apple scab. This is a very important disease of apple. Next question is, chestnut blight is an example of which disease? So the answer is polyetic disease. In my previous video, I have described that based on the time or based on the pattern of disease cycle, the diseases are divided into three types, that is monocyclic, polycyclic and polyetic. If the disease cycle is completed once in a year, that will be called as monocyclic disease, whereas if the disease cycle is repeated more than 2 times or many times in a single year, that will be called as polycyclic disease. And if the pathogen is taking more than a year to complete a single disease cycle, that will be called as polyetic disease. So chestnut blight is an example of polyetic disease. So the disease cycle of chestnut blight is completed in a more than 1 year. Means it is taking more than 1 year to complete a single disease cycle. Next question is the next question is the Oomycetes fungi Pythium species is a. So the answer is A. Soil inhabitant. Next question is the Oomycetes fungi Phytophthora species is a. So the answer is B. Soil transient. Both the Pythium and Phytophthora are Oomycetes fungi, but their behavior is different. Soil inhabitant means these are the unspecialized pathogen that can overwinter or oversummer in soil as a saprophyte for an indefinite period, whereas soil transient are the specialized pathogen and it always live in a close association with its host. It cannot live as saprophyte in soil for an indefinite period. Okay, this is difference between soil inhabitant and soil transient. Pythium species is a soil inhabitant one, whereas the Phytophthora species are soil transient. So this is the end of this video. If you want more questions like this, stay tuned to my channel and don't forget to like this video and subscribe the Plant Pathology Pathshala. If you want to connect me on Facebook and Telegram, link is given in the description section. Please go through that. And thank you for listening.